My name is Vinny. My pronouns are they, them. I am an educator and trainer for LGBTQI plus healthcare, and I'm here today with my husband.
My name's Henry. My pronouns are he, him. I've been together with Vinny for, 7 years?
7 years.
7 years. And I knew them prior to their transition and journeyed with them during their transitional period. We're here to tell our story.
I am a queer, non-binary, transgender person. I first realized that I wasn't cisgender probably kindergarten. I can remember back that far having this feeling of, I don't want to be a girl, I don't want to be a boy, why do I have to be either? Why can't I be both? Why can't I go back and forth? But I didn't have the language for that. I grew up in the deep south. I am originally from Georgia. I didn't hear words like transgender or queer unless it was as an insult. Even things as simple as being gay, I didn't hear about that until probably my teen years. So growing up, I had these feelings, but I had no words for them. And I was assigned female at birth, so I was socialized as a girl. And if I deviated too far from that feminine, I was ostracized. It was hard because I didn't understand why I felt this way. I didn't know about transgender beyond trash TV like Maury, where they'd have trans women come on and guess who's a man, guess who's a woman, or Law and Order SVU, where every transgender person was just a sex worker. I never had like any positive, real examples of transgender people until I got to college, when a friend of mine was dating someone who was trans. That's when I started becoming curious. And I thought it was just, I was trying to be supportive. I wanted to be there for my friend who then also started transitioning. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to be supportive. Let's learn everything we can so we can help them. And then I kept learning, and I would read stories, I would watch videos of transgender people. Without realizing it, I was relating to so much that was being said. And then I learned in my mid-20s about non-binary. And at first, I couldn't get it. I just thought, that's just man and woman. No, that's the end of it. But then I started reading more and looking at it more. And one day, my brain just clicked. And it went, oh, that's what I've been feeling all of my life. I don't have to be one or the other. I can be both. I can be neither. I can slide back and forth. And it was just, oh my God, I finally get it. But it was also, oh no, how do I tell people? Am I going to be accepted? Are people going to understand? Is my partner going to understand? Because at this point, we had been dating for less than 2 years.
Yeah, it was about,
yeah.
I'd moved in about 6 months after we started dating. I do remember I couldn't quite wrap my head around what you were trying to say.
I wasn't very clear about it because I was still figuring it out too.
Once you really got a better grasp of what you were feeling and how you saw yourself,
I just knew at the time that I wanted to lean a little more androgynous. It wasn't a full realization. It was, I want to try this.
It's not about, okay, what is your identity and how does that fit into my worldview? It's, okay, you're finding your pathway. How can I help you?
I never had anyone be anything but accepting, and I was lucky for that. And same with my friends. I didn't lose any friends. Everyone was like, okay. And some of them were like, well, now things make a lot more sense. Or, yeah, I kind of figured that. Even your family has been so supportive, and my siblings have been supportive. Unfortunately, my parents have not. My parents are very, very devoutly Catholic. They do not agree with my lifestyle. They do not believe that being transgender is a thing.
I'm eternally pissed off at them.
And understandably so. They still live in Georgia, and since I'm out here in Washington, I haven't seen them in several years, mostly due to the pandemic. But our relationship is forever damaged because they couldn't accept me. Part of my transition has been having surgeries. Back in 2019, I decided to have top surgery. This was something I'd wanted for like a decade. I finally was in a place where I could do it. I felt it was time. I told my mother. And this was also when I came out to her as non-binary. I hadn't been ready to tell her. I'd already been out for 2 years, I think, at that point, to everybody else. I finally decided to tell her because I'm having a big surgery. Her reaction was first to gaslight me, that no, I wasn't non-binary, I was confused, and it's okay if you want to be a little masculine, that's fine, you're still a woman, you're still a woman, you're still a woman, you're still a wife. No, I'm not. I'm non-binary, I'm a spouse, and I'm happier now. That conversation ended with her telling me she did not want to hear about my surgery. She did not want to know when I was having it. She did not want to hear about it when I came out. I only spoke to my parents again because my dad called me 2 weeks post-surgery, asking me to call my mom because she was worried. I did. I kind of wish I hadn't. It should have been on her to apologize for that. She's never apologized for that. And I don't know if I'll ever really forgive her for that, or my dad. Both of them just kind of cut me out, and that still hurts.